In today's world, it has become increasingly easy to acquire vices. Almost anything that is material is accessible, which invites us to enter into complacency. These tyrannical vices damage us and our loved ones. No, let's do something about this one step at a time. Wisdom is a good foundation for anything. Personally, Stoicism helped me tremendously in my own journey of growth, and I would like you to follow me into the Stoic world. Join me in exploring this wisdom until the end. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts, because the soul becomes studied with the color of its thoughts. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs? To live a good life, we have the potential for it if we learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left in it properly. Death smiles at us all, but all a man can't do is smile back. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Your mind will take the shape of what you frequently hold in thought, for the human spirit is colored by such impressions. That impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. You have the power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Loss is nothing else but change, and change is nature's delight. A man's true delight is to do the things he was made for. Begin at once to live, and count each separate day as a separate life. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. We also complain of the shortness of time, and yet have much more than we know what to do with. Our lives are either spent in doing nothing at all, or in doing nothing to the purpose, or in doing nothing that we ought to do. We are always complaining that our days are few, and acting as though there would be no end of them. Don't forget to subscribe. Much appreciated. A gem cannot be polished without friction, not a man perfected without trials. The bravest sight in the world is to see a great man struggling against adversity. Every night before going to sleep, we must ask ourselves, what weakness did I overcome today? What virtue did I acquire? Throw me to the wolves and I will return leading the pack. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. You want to live, but do you know how to live? You are scared of dying, but tell me, is the kind of life you lead really any different to being dead? The blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be. Man is affected not by events, but by the view it takes of them. As is a tale, so is life, not how long it is. but how good it is what matters. Sometimes even to live is an act of courage. Life is long if you know how to use it. If you really want to escape the things that arrest you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. He suffers more than necessary who suffers before it is necessary. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. If is a man knows not which port he sails, know it is favorable. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. What I want to say then, as each hardship comes, I was practicing for this, I was training for this. Fortify yourself with moderation, for this is an impenetrable fortress. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. When you are offended at any man's fault, turn to yourself and study your own feeling. Then you will forget your anger. The trials you encounter will introduce you to your strengths. Remain steadfast, and one day you will build something that endures, something worthy of your potential. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he's going. Attach yourself to what is spiritually superior, regardless of what other people think or do. Hold to your true aspirations no matter what is going on around you. Seek not the good in external things, seek it in yourselves. Don't worry about things you can't change. Focus on what you can't do and let go of the rest. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but foolish to be a slave to them. If you want to be a writer, write. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Be discriminating about what image and ideas you permit into your mind. No man is free who is not a master of himself. If anyone tells you that a certain person speaks ill of you, do not make excuses about what is said of you, but answer, "He was ignorant of my other thoughts, else he would not have mentioned this alone." It is impossible to begin to learn that which one thinks one already knows. Never depend on the admiration of others. There is no strength in it. Personal merit cannot be derived from an external source. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. It never ceases to amaze me we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinion than our own. No person has the power to have everything they want, but it is in their power not to want what they don't have, and to cheerfully put to good use what they do have. This is our big mistake, to think we look forward to death. Most of death is already gone. Whatever time has passed is owned by death. Curb your desire, don't set your heart on so many things, and you will get what you need. That's why the philosophers warn us not to be satisfied with mere learning, but to add practice and then training. For as time passes, we forget what we learned and end up doing the opposite, and hold opinions the opposite of what we should. I begin to speak only when I'm certain what I'll say isn't better left unsaid. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Thank you for watching until the end. Please hit subscribe and share the wise words with your friends and family.